Hello again, this is Good Jesse, and this is my playthrough of Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. Going to be playing through Quest 2 today. So here we go. This is Tracing the Toxicant. Champ's poisoned waters claimed many lives before the source of the sickness was revealed. But even as the town elders set about purifying the water by drowning the necessary witches and locating newts to introduce to the wells, a larger question remains. Where did the goblin get his insidious poison? Jod the rat catcher has a theory, one which is laughed at by the rest of the town. Mutant rat men, he says. I've seen them, skulking in the sewers, working their dark magics. No one else seems to believe Jod, but for some reason you do. You follow his directions to a cavern choked with noxious green smoke. This supplier of Grump's poisons must be within. All right. Looking at more Skaven and a big baddie. Let's see. I guess the name of the campaign is An Uneasy Alliance. So it looks like the peril tracker is going to kind of like move back and forth. This is nasty. There's no blank spaces. It's all bad. So we're starting kind of in the middle. Okay. And we pull our first location. Instead of pulling at random, I made sure to have 3 fresh locations. It's my choice. Underground river, cave. The current here is strong. It is difficult to find any footing to fight without being swept downstream. It's a 4 level location, so we need to get 4 discovery tokens to move to the next location. Let's see what happens. At the start of the location phase, I have 1 progress to this location. If it is fully explored, the party is forced to travel, and enemies in the shadows are not discarded. That's cool. I like that thematically. Like the current is physically forcing us downstream. Okay. Let's see. We'll put this right there. Okay, so our first location is 3 enemies, 3 engaged enemies, 2 in the shadows. Lots of nastier enemies in this quest. Lots of level 2. So, starting with the torch bearer, we've got level 1 rat swarms. Level 2 Jezzail team, Skaven, inflict unstable. Oh, they automatically suffer wounds. This enemy cannot be engaged. When revealed, play this enemy in the shadows. Oh, I guess they're forced to be here. I'm glad I read. Like, I wouldn't have done that. Once again, fantastic art. Now I'm going to go ahead and carry on to the next person, I guess. Rat Swarm, level 1, and then 2 face down. Alright, so here's our layout for round 1. Started with the Iron Breaker this time because I need to get him some gear. Hoping that he'll do some exploration. Now, this is interesting because this is really cool. Like, it's forcing us to go fast. It's forcing us to progress downstream because it's going to force us to take all of the enemies with us. So I actually don't want to explore. At the start of the location page, now 1 progress to this location. The party is forced to travel and enemies in the shadows are not discarded. Well, that messes up my plans today. Alright. Look at his attack. You may engage up to 2 enemies. I think that means I could pull 2. I know it means that. But Before this action, you may target up to 2 enemies. When it's removed, this enemy cannot be engaged. That's cool. I'm gonna pull this guy over here, even though I don't think there's any chance of me being able to kill both of them. And then I'm gonna attack 2 targets, both of these 2 enemy dice. Okay. They have a lot of resilience. So one of them attacks, equal attack power. So just 1 wound. Oh, I wanted to try something. I'm gonna stack how many hit points they have. I'm gonna try doing this in reverse and removing tokens as they take damage, just with the heroes, which is going to make it extra confusing. That's 16, 17, 18. Now then, back to the combat. I got 3 successes. That's enough to take out one of these guys. And then that exhausts. That flips over. And onto the warrior priest. You may engage 1 enemy. Because I know what this is, I'm gonna pull this guy over here now. Before this action, you may exhaust another action to target 1 additional enemy and add 1 success. That's okay. Just gonna attack. 2 attack dice, 1 enemy die. So, he attacks. 1 damage coming in. It's blocked. 1 success. Okay. Bright Wizard. Think she's gonna attack too. This is a really cool, interesting. It does nasty damage at a distance. It can't be engaged. It slowly dies, so that discourages you from attacking it. And it has 1 resilience, so you have to do 4 wounds to take it out. I'm gonna do an attack with her as well. You may engage 1 enemy. Ranged attack. Before this action, you may target up to 2 enemies. And may suffer. So I automatically get to target 2 enemies now that I upgraded to Flame Storm. So you may target up to 2 enemies. And may suffer up to 2 wounds to target 1 additional enemy for each 1 wound suffered. It's weird how it's written. It should just say, you may target up to 2 enemies. Before this action, it's written in backwards. Nevertheless, 3 attack dice can target 2 enemies with a ranged attack. I'm gonna just go ahead and wishful thinking these 2. Not good. Only 2 successes. I'm just gonna put them both into this guy and finish him off. Must realize there's no experience points in this game. Alright, back to the Ironbreaker. I don't want to explore. I think I'm going to do aid. Before this action, you may engage 1 enemy with the target hero. There is none. The target hero may ready 1 action. I'm going to do the warrior priest. One success. We'll put that on his attack. Ready all of your actions. Okay. Welcome to our first enemy phase. Starting with the Torchbearer. He's going to activate the Giselle team. Inflict. That's 2 wounds, so we're going to take 2 wounds off. 2 health away. Okay, when are we going to end this? Sorry for rambling like that. It's fine when I'm alone. Doing a video, it's not wise. It's easy to be brave from a safe distance, though I suspect most Skaven are not smart enough to be brave. 2 wounds, And then unstable, this enemy suffers 1 wound. And then they're going to exhaust. Warrior Priest is going to activate this enemy. Inflict. Oh wow, okay. Gutter Runner Skaven. Snake, snake, kill, kill. Talk my language, my Skaven language. Inflict 1. Okay, so we're going to take 1 away. God, I hope I don't forget. That's going to get real messy if I forget what I'm doing there with the heroes. Skirmish. If this enemy is engaged with you, become bleeding. Otherwise, become sickened. Wow, that's pretty nasty. 2 resilience. Sickened during your action, apply -1 success. Before your rest action, discard this condition. And then scurry. If this enemy is engaged with you, it retreats. Otherwise, it engages you. Wow, this guy's just wacky all over the place. Bright Wizard activates this guy. Ghoul Undead. Wretched creatures with an insatiable hunger for dead flesh. Nauseating and repulsive, and yet I find the most awful thing about them is that they yet live. So disease, if this enemy is engaged with you, become sickened. Advance. So we got away with our freebie there. That's the end of the enemy phase. And we're on to the location phase. At the start of the location phase, add 1 progress to this location. Okay? And then the peril phase, the peril tracker moves up. Green. The billowing green smoke bites at your lungs. Every breath is pain. Distribute 2 wounds among the party. So we want to remove 2 tokens. I'm going to have to alter this system slightly. I'm going to put groups of 10 off the card so that I just know it's 10 plus whatever is here. So he's got 20, 14, 16. So let's take it from this guy. Removing 2 wounds. So we'll just flip this to that side. We're suffering 2 wounds. What? We'll get it. Distribute 2 wounds among the party. Okay. That's the end of the peril phase. So then it's the next round. Move the torchbearer. Oh, I forgot to ready all the enemies. Starting with the warrior priest. Well, I really don't like this guy. But he only inflicts 1 wound. I'm gonna do aid. It's 3 dice and 1 for the enemy. Nice. Enemy attacks for 1 wound. I don't have anything to block it. I got 4 successes, -1 for sickened. That's 3 successes to the Bright Wizard. Target hero may ready 1 action. They get 3 successes to add to their actions. 2 on Flame Storm, 1 on Aid. You and the target hero each recover 2 wounds. She's at maximum health, so I'm going to add to 10. His capacity is 21, so he's at 19. And then flip this over. Bright Wizard. Do your magic. First she'll heal 1 wound, but she doesn't have any. I'm gonna have to get some of those like little rolly counters off of Etsy or something. This is it, man. This is the final straw. I've never felt so strongly that I could use those until right now. That would be so much easier for the heroes. So, she's gonna burn some people today. So this guy can make you bleed and make you sick. Like, in the same session. I'm going to do Flame Storm. You may engage one enemy. No thank you. I'm going to put my 2 successes out. Ranged attack. You may target up to 2 enemies. I think 2 is plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I'd like to get. So I'm going to target this guy and this guy. 3 dice and 1 enemy die for the goal. Not bad. I got a crit. So we add 1. And starting with the Nemesis effect. What is the Nemesis effect? This is the guy we're facing. Our big bad in this quest. Uncle Skaven Nemesis. 2 resilience and 4 wounds. 1 damage. Unstable energy. Roll 2 enemy dice for each wound, success. Suffer 2 wounds. If you roll at least 1 nemesis, resolve the enemy's nemesis effect. Okay, the nemesis effect is either discard 1 success or become sick. Okay, well I'm going to discard this 1 success. I don't know if you could discard the ones that I've already put into play. We'll deal with that when and if it comes up. So I avoid being sick. Wow, I got it. I actually got 7 successes altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both these enemies are eliminated. And that was the Bright Wizard. Okay. Now we're on the Iron Breaker. Alright. Let's zoom out, shall we? That's better. This enemy cannot be engaged. He's at 16 health. I'm gonna rest. I'm afraid to explore because I don't want to move to the next location, but... Alright, I will. I'm gonna rest. I'd rather save that explore for when it really counts. Oh, not bad. So he's back up to full health. 18. And then we still have another turn with the Warrior Priest. Before your rest action, discard this condition. Well, seems like a nice place to take a rest. So we'll discard that. 1 success. He's at 19 of 21, so we can add 1. Choose 1 hero, that hero becomes empowered. Hell yeah. I'm going to put it on the dwarf. Now he can explore twice in the next... Well, if we were moving on. Huh. Nevertheless, he can explore and not have to exhaust it. Sounds good to me. Ready all your actions. Okay. Enemy phase. Giselle team is going to be activated by the Warrior Priest. Inflict 2 wounds. Is that 18? This enemy suffers 1 wound. He exhausts, and then he readies, because he's the only one on the board. Okay, now the location phase. At the start of the location phase, add 1 progress. We're at 2. And then on to the peril phase, move it up the tracker. The billowing green smoke bites at your lungs. Every breath is pain. Distribute 2 wounds among the party. 18, 18. Let's do this. Alright, now we're next hero phase. Starting with the Bright Wizard. Darn, she's the only one who has ranged, and nobody readied her Flamestorm, so I don't want to explore. I guess I will. Two successes. That brings us up to 4. That's enough to move to the next location. Draw 1 dungeon card. We got Cool Waters. You wouldn't have expected to find a spring here, of all places, but the water is clean and refreshing. You may either recover 2 wounds or ready 1 action. Well, all of her actions are going to ready anyway, so... And she's at full health. I'm glad that she got that, though, because I want this guy to find some loot. It's about time. Ironbreaker. Do not exhaust the next action. We're going to explore. It's not going to matter what we roll, because we're already maxed out. And he doesn't need to exhaust it because of empowerment. Draw 1 dungeon card. Either resolve that card or place it at the bottom of the dungeon deck. Yes. Warpstone event. A green crystal lies under a small pile of stones, pulsing with a sickly light. As you draw near, you grow weary, and wounds suffered long ago begin to ache anew. You become sickened, and may exhaust 1 action. If you do not, shuffle this card into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. Okay, I understand. So he's going to... You may exhaust 1 action. If you do not, shuffle this. You become sickened and may exhaust 1 action. So you're sick either way. And if we exhaust this, no one's going to get sick again, but you get to draw a treasure card every single time. But I'm going to exhaust his attack. And then we're going to discard this and pull a treasure card. Accessory equipment. Magic scroll. You may deplete this card before your attack action to target 1 additional enemy and apply 2 successes. This becomes a ranged attack. Deplete, so you don't even lose it. I think you can only use it once per quest. But that's super cool. So when I use the scroll, I can target an additional enemy, get 2 successes, and I magically get a ranged attack. That's cool to imagine. That's what I liked about the original Magic the Gathering cards. They would force me to imagine how the different elements would be manifesting. They didn't just fill in all the blanks for me. Nevertheless, so deplete. Depleted cards, 7. This index is like one of the best I've ever used. This flip face down cannot be used for the main of the quest. Then it flips face up during the settlement phase. That's what I thought. Man, I wish they had made expansions to this game. Okay, so he's sick now. And then we're on to the Warrior Priest. He's at 17 wounds. He's at 17. Let's do aid. I'm going to aid the Ironbreaker. 3 dice. Wow. 4. Let me put that on Explorer and on his attack. We don't have to use them. Okay. Target hero may ready one action. Let's ready his attack. You and the target each recover 2 wounds. So, Priest, ooh, saw that little kick flip. He's at 19, 17, so he can only go up to 18. Okay, and then we're back to the Bright Wizard. She's still at full health. She's going to use Flamestorm, ranged attack. That's enough. 1, 2, 3. So the Giselle team goes down. I know that there's some fan-made quests for this game, and in time, I may print some out. There's just such a solid foundation here. Okay. Now we're to the enemy phase. There are none. Then to the location. So we're going to automatically travel on this particular one to the next location. This looks good. This is what the dwarf's been looking for all his life. Treasure Vault. Civilized. This room is filled with piles of treasure gleaming in the torchlight. Several creatures stand guard over it. It's an 8 location. At the end of the location phase, the party leader may claim 1 gear card. If he does, he spawns 1 enemy. Limit once per quest. Oh, that's kind of cool. Thematic. And if we travel before the end of the location phase, then we can bypass that. Now okay, peril, we're moving into the blue. The smoke is even thicker here, choking and blinding. You can hardly see. But you know you're on the right track as the smoke grows thicker with each struggling step. Distribute 3 wounds among the party. Then the party collectively exhausts 2 actions. That's nasty. I'm going to do 1 on the Bright Wizard because she's going to automatically heal anyway. 18, 19, and I'm going to do 2 on the Priest because every time he does aid, he's going to heal 2. Okay, that's the end of the peril. To the next hero phase. Now it's a shame I didn't ready his rest, because that's what I need to get rid of Sickened. But Sickened isn't too bad. Oh, wait. I didn't spawn any enemies. So we're still in the Bright Wizard. It's 3 enemies engaged. We got level 2 giant wolf creature. Wolves are sacred to Ulrich. Killing a wolf is a rite of passage to Ulrichans. Sounds like some bullshit. Alright. Ghoul. And another giant wolf. 2 damage, 3 wounds. And then 1 enemy in the shadows. Then we move the torchbearer. Okay. Starting with the Ironbreaker. Probably should start hitting some guys. It sucks to have -1 to my attack, though. Alright, I think I'm just going to attack. Inexorable advance. I'm not going to try and say that again. You may engage up to 2 enemies. I'm going to pull this guy over. Owie. Do I know what I'm doing here? Attacking both. Oh, that was lucky. They both failed to hit. Got a critical. I mean, don't argue with the dwarf. If you know what's good for you. 5 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wolf, the dwarf, smugly crosses his arms and looks at me and goes, "You thought I didn't know what I was doing." That's not how... I can't do that Sean Connery accent. I'm not even gonna try. Oh, I forgot to do -1. Right? I mean, shut up. I'm gonna leave the ghoul, because he makes you sick, and I'm already sick, so he's almost dead. Alright, that's the end of his turn. His activation. Warrior Priest. You may engage one enemy. I will. I'm gonna pull this wolf over here. Put my success in. Righteous Fury. 2 attack dice, 1 enemy die. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and exhaust Explore as well to add 1 bonus success. I want this guy dead. Crit. Okay. Didn't need to, but that's okay. And wolf's attack fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will do it. Giant wolf goes down. Okay. Bright Wizard. First, she's gonna heal 1 with her Oaken Circlet. Let's not forget about that guy in the shadows. I'm going to do aid to the Ironbreaker. Critical. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, this guy's got a lot of successes. And then target may ready 1 action and suffer 1 wound to claim 1 more success and ready 1 additional action. Hell yeah, I will. So he's gonna burn with me, and he'll ready his rest as well and gain another success. Hell yeah, that's teamwork. That's effing teamwork, like the song says. The song. Now we are ready. But rather than resting, a dwarf doesn't rest. Maybe I should do his voice like Worf. Klingons do not rest. Love doing Worf, man. You guys want to do Worf? Alright, he's gonna attack instead of rest. Because he cray. Alright. You may engage up to 2 enemies. We're gonna pull this guy from the shadows. Giant bats. While in the shadows, this enemy cannot suffer wounds. Okay, good. It's an elite giant bat. And we can target up to 2 enemies. 2 attack dice. 2 enemy dice. -1 is our successes from being sick. Got a critical. A miss here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the ghoul is going to attack for 2. Here's 1 shield. And he's going to take 1 wound. And then we're going to take 1 success away from being sickened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Both enemies perish. Man, I like this game. This playthrough has really inspired me to want to do a bunch of playthroughs of my favorite games that are all as awesome as this. Now, you may not be experiencing what I'm experiencing, but it doesn't get much more awesomer than this to me. I don't think I have the time, but I sure would love to. I don't spend enough time playing these games. I just spend an unending amount of hundreds of hours preparing to play games with GW miniatures. On Twitch, at Good Jesse on Twitch. Painting Monday through Friday. Sometimes. Except for this week where I'm playing games. Anyway, some games I'd love to play that are on par with this are Assassinorium, Execution Force, I absolutely love. Dark, Darker, Darkest, one of my absolute favorite games. Totally underappreciated. Hidden gem, if you will. And Space Hulk Death Angel, I think it's called. The card game, solo card game. Mice and Mystics is actually, I hated it at first, but it's half baked, but what is in the ingredients are really good. And then some other titles are kind of just obvious, but anyway, back to our game. That was the Ironbreaker. Enemy phase, there are none. Location phase. At the end of the location phase, the party leader may claim 1 gear card. If he does, he spawns 1 enemy, limit once per quest. Absolutely, because he needs a gear card. What do we get? Oh, Dwarfy likes weapon, melee, hand axe. After your activation, you may discard 1 success and exhaust 1 action card to choose 1 enemy engaged with you. That enemy suffers a wound. It cuts through resilience. That can be really handy. No pun intended. Hand axe, handy. Okay. Now, Nemesis, or Peril Tracker goes up. And it's blue again. The smoke is even thicker here. Distribute 3 wounds among the party. Okay, he's at 17 out of 21 and 16 out of 18. 3 wounds. So let's take 1 from the Bright Wizard. She'll automatically heal. 1 from him. And 1 from the Ironbreaker. Still sick over here. And then it's the next round. Starting with the Warrior Priest. Wow, I just had a moment where I thought I didn't spawn any enemies, but we just cleared them really fast. And nobody traveled. Nobody explored, I mean. I thought I messed up. Alright, so starting with the Warrior Priest, we're going to obviously rest. You may exhaust. Okay, rest. I'll take it. Covers 1 wound. Ready all your actions. Choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered. I want this guy to explore. I think I'm going to empower myself. Or he's going to empower himself. Yes. Bright Wizard. She's going to heal a wound. Oaken Circlet. And then she's going to explore. 1 success. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Font of Flame event. Every few seconds a bright flame belches from the floor in the center of the room. The heat is unbearable. You may suffer 1 wound, as she can handle it. If you do, an enemy engaged with you also suffers a wound. So, we're good. And draw a treasure, or a gear card. Oh ho, Legendary Fortune. Legends of the Legendary Fortune. Okay, so we're gonna find the Bright Wizard's stash. Now I think you pull it at random. Randomly claims one gear. This is where I wish I had a D6. I hate choosing at random. Here we go. So there's that. And then the Legendary Fortune card is discarded for right now. This is the accessory equipment. Keys of Secret. Apply +1 to the limit of success tokens that can be placed on each of your actions. That is pretty cool. I don't know how much we'll use it. This guy over here could use that, is what I was going to say. Alright. That is such a cool graphic, though. That was her exploring. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 1 success for each wound suffered. Okay. We'll suffer 2 wounds. She's got the automatically healing stuff, and we'll put it on Flamestorm. And ready all your actions. I will. The Ironbreaker's at 15. Hold on a second. After the Warpstone is discarded, the party has destroyed a source of the toxin. Decrease the peril by 2. I never did that. That's why we want to discard that. That card we pulled earlier, the Warpstone bit. When you discard it, so the peril should have been much less than it is right now. 1, 2. So we should get a bunch of stuff back, but that's okay. At least it won't go as bad as it was going to get in a moment here. There's like one little bit of one sentence thin of like special instruction at the top of the quest card. After the party travels, if the Warpstone has been discarded, shuffle it into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. We didn't do that either. So let's do that really quick. When we got to this new location, we're supposed to take the top 3 cards. Sort of, each location has a Warpstone bit that's poisonous that we need to find and eliminate. That's cool. Forgive me for the error. Don't use my video as a learn how to play unless you want an enhanced learn to play video. Now where was I? Ready all your actions. Okay, to the Ironbreaker. I'm going to have him rest. One success. Okay, I almost forgot how to play for a second. I mean, how I'm playing. Oh, duh. Put this in there. 17. That was a little cheaty, but whatever. I got pretty distracted there for a moment. And then second is before your rest action, we discard that. Back to the warrior priest who is empowered. Well, I'm going to explore. Yes. Only 1 success. So we add 1 to the location. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Avarice of Slanesh. Event. You see priceless treasures resting on purple satin cushions behind twisting metal hooks and barbs. Sounds pretty sick. Will you accept a little pain for a little treasure? You may suffer 2 wounds to claim 1 gear card. Are you kidding? That's like a bargain. Ouch! Ouch, Sludnish. Alright, pull a gear card. Ooh. I recognize that cloak. That is from... I don't know what he's called. Like the Fleet Master or something? Arclight Fleet Master or something. One of the guys from Shadows over Hammerhall. You cannot receive conditions. What about the empowered condition? I'm gonna flub that and just say... Oh wait, no, you can only have one piece of armor. And you can't trade during your quest, so I'm gonna have to discard that. But yeah, I'm gonna say you cannot have negative conditions. I don't think that this game particularly needs a boost to its difficulty. Not yet. If I get super good at it, I'll get harder on myself like that. Okay, what are we doing? So he just explored. Draw his own. Choose one hero. That hero claims one success token. Oh, he was empowered, so this doesn't need to exhaust. Plus, he has one bonus success, so we'll add that to the up to 3 on the location. That gets discarded. Choose one hero. That hero claims one success token. Who heckin' needs it? Why not? Since we can, boom. Power of Nurgle compels you. That's the end of the hero phase. Enemy phase? There are none. Location phase? Nothing. Nemesis or Peril Tracker? I want to move it up. I'm going to nerf it because we took unnecessary wounds. Instead of taking 3, we'll just take 2 again. 16, 17. I'll do one from this guy, one from this guy. Take them away. Yes, okay. So far, I don't think I've messed up my new system. But note to self, as soon as we're done playing tonight, get on Amazon or Etsy or whatever it is, order some of those wound trackers. Track your wounds with them. I was totally lost what I'm doing from that dumb voice. So we did this, enemies, location. Okay. The peril, now it's the next hero phase. So first thing first, she's gonna heal 1 wound from her oaken circlet. She's all fired up with nowhere to go. I think she's gonna do aid. Maybe it's silly, I don't know. Sure is quiet. Just making sure that I'm not supposed to be spawning enemies or something. 2 successes. So 2 success tokens. Ready 1 action. I think we're gonna do the fighty one. They may suffer 1 wound to claim an additional success token and ready 1 additional action. I think yes to that. I don't know if it's wise, but I'm going to boost his rest for later, because 15, 16, 17. No. Let's do it like that. Because this guy needs to do some aiding. Fan the flames. Okay. That was her first activation. Ironbreaker. Let's get out of here. This area is boring. So let's do explore. Note to self, try to always keep 1 bonus success token around so that we can utilize the hand axe. Explore. We need 5, so we're going to put these 2 in, and it's 3. Come on. Not much. Almost enough. 4. Damn. So we're at 7. Draw 1 dungeon card. Either resolve that card or put it on the bottom of the dungeon deck. A little nudge event. A stone column appears ready to fall at the slightest provocation. You may exhaust 1 action to choose 1 enemy in the shadows that suffer 2 wound. Don't need to. That's kind of cool though. So you can knock over a stone column onto your enemies. That was his Explorer. Okay, next up is the Warrior Priest. Have 14 and 15. I'm going to do Aid to get some healing going on. And then hopefully she'll be able to explore and get at least 1 success. Is it worth risking? I don't think so. No, he's only got 1 treasure card anyway, or whatever it's called. Gear card. So he's going to explore. And we need to get out of here, man. Alright, we've got 8 now. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Warpstone. A green crystal lies under a small pile of stones, pulsing with a sickly light. As you draw near, you grow weary, and wounds suffered long ago begin to ache anew. You become sickened. You may exhaust 1 action. If you do not, show the skull card. So we're going to exhaust. I think I'm going to exhaust his attack. If I can remember what to do, if this guy aids next, we'll be alright. So we're going to discard this, plus pull a gear card. Or we can take the cloak. We can't equip it. We only can equip 1 piece of armor. Accessory, shield. It's an accessory, so we can take it. Iron shield. During your action, you may apply -1 success to apply 2 shields. Limit 1 shield per hero. During your action, you may apply a -1 success. So you can kind of do it right in the middle of your battle, or your action or whatever. Right in the middle of your action. That sounds really handy. That was the Explorer action. Okay, Bright Wizard. So you're going to heal 1. Or did she already? She should have already done that. It's once per round. So hopefully I remembered. We're going to rest. You may, okay. Why not? Okay, so she's back up to full health. That's the end of the hero phase. Enemy phase. No one's here. This is like the most boring level ever. Then we're on the location phase. We're going to travel. This has been a pretty damn smooth. I'm sure it's going to change, because I'm saying it out loud. Out loud. Fungal patch. Sounds fun. Mushrooms of various shapes and sizes grow wildly upon the ground here. Some are delicious and nutritious. Most are not. 7 to traverse. At the end of the location phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy die. On a success, they become sickened. And then we're going to spawn 3 engaged enemies. Finally. Giant Wolf Elite, 1 resilience, 2 attack, 3 wounds. Goblin Warriors Elite, level 1. And Gutter Runner Skaven. I thought it was an elite, but it's not. And then 1 in the shadows. Okay. Oh, we discarded that, so the peril tracker goes down by 2. I missed that again. And then we're on to the peril step. So it goes up. We're going to take... I'm just going to take 1 wound on the party. 14, 15, I'm going to take it from the warrior priest. Yes, okay. Then the next hero phase. Starting with the Iron Breaker. Now I was planning to aid. Before this action, we may engage one enemy hero. Engage with the target hero. No, thank you. After your activation, we may discard one success and exhaust one action card to choose one enemy engage with you, except for one wound. Interesting. I might actually want to do that. I think I'm going to get wild here. Shield Wall. Aid. Before this action, you may engage one enemy engaged with a target hero, which is going to be the warrior priest. And pull this gutter runner over. Put these 2 successes. It's only 1 die. And then 2 enemy dies. So that's what, 2 successes? Nemesis effect. No attacks. Nemesis effect is either discard 1 success token or become sickened. I can do that. And then these 2 successes go over here. The target hero may ready 1 action. Let's do his attack E. And we'll buff it. Ready all your actions. Now, after your activation, you may discard 1 success and exhaust 1 action to... Oh, I gotta exhaust something, eh? He's going to exhaust... Call him crazy, but he's going to exhaust his attack to use his hand axe against the gutter runner. Because it bypasses his resilience. Cuts deep. Alright. Now to the warrior priest who's sick until he rests. Oh, I can only engage 1 enemy. For some reason, what was I to target 1 additional enemy, but he can only engage 1. For some reason I was thinking he could engage 2. Alright, let's do this differently then. We're gonna do aid. -1 success. We're gonna aid the Iron Breaker. Right back at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he can ready 1 action. It's going to be attack. Load it up. And his rest and his explore. You and the target hero each recover 2 wounds. Don't mind if I do. 15. 17. That's how you do it. Oh, I didn't do -1. So it needs to pull 1 of these back. I'll take the explore one. Then it's the Bright Wizard. She's at full health. Lacerate. 1 resilience, 3 wounds. Elite Giant Wolf. Welcome to my flame storm. It's a ranged attack. So I don't even need to engage these guys. Let's get nuts. I'm going to be a little overzealous here, but 1, 2, 3. She would need 7 successes to take those 2 out. And 9 to take out all 3. You may engage 1 enemy. No thank you. Ranged attack. Before you may target up to 2 enemies. They may suffer up to 2 wounds to target 1 additional enemy for each wound suffered. I'm going to be nuts and just target all 3 of these guys with my Flame Storm. Well, she's going to with her Flame Storm. 3 successes. And 1 enemy die. Come on, awesome roll. Pretty good. The incoming attack failed. Oh yeah. Another critical. Oh crap. Wow. 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She just blew everyone away. That was sick. Miracles can happen when you've got a bright wizard on your team. Miracles of Flame. That was rad. I think she's good. That was worth 1 wound. Alright, the Iron Breaker. He's at 17 now. The Iron Breaker is going to explore. Yes. 2 successes. It's 2 progress. And then draw a dungeon card. Cave-in event. As you step forward, a trickle of dust from above turns into a torrent of crumbling stone. Roll 2 enemy dice for each success, suffer 1 wound for each nemesis. Either suffer 2 wound or remove 1 progress from the location. Or put this at the bottom of the deck. That's his special ability. I'm just going to put it at the bottom of the deck. Undo reality. Okay, that's the end of the hero phase. Now it's the enemy phase. So the Ironbreaker is going to engage Night Goblin Archer, green skin. And it's going to go, he's going to activate, not engage. Retreat, inflict, 2 arrows to 2 of his knees. That puts him at 15. Exhaust, and he's the only enemy, so they ready. Location step. At the end of the location phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy die. On a success, he becomes sickened. So the Ironbreaker becomes ill. Then the peril step. Wait a minute. I forgot to put the warp stone back in again. Whoopsie. That's fine. So up the peril phase to the blue. Distribute 3 wounds among the party. Smoke is choking. It's choking me. 1, 2, 3. Then the party collectively exhausts 2 actions. Rest. I think I'm just going to exhaust 1 because of all those times I mistakenly exhausted 2. I'll only do that once though. Seems fair enough. Okay. Now it's the next hero phase. This goes over here. Starting with the Warrior Priest. We need to rest in order to get rid of that. Okay. First, and we want to explore. We need to find the warp stone and we need to move to the next location soon. I think I'm going to rest. So, no longer sickened. Heal 1 wound. So 15. Choose one hero, that hero becomes empowered. Who wants to do something twice? I think it's gonna be the priest himself. Bright Wizard. She's gonna explore. Oh, first she's gonna heal one with the Oaken Circlet. Puts her at 13. Then explore. 1 success, putting us at 3 progress. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Dwarven Ale item. You may discard this card before or after a hero's activation for that hero to ready 1 action. That's pretty cool. And we can have as many items as we want. Or as we find. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 1 success for each wound suffered. Okay. So we'll put her back down to 12. Actually, we'll put her at 11. I'm gonna push it hard. And boost her Firestorm. Then ready all of her actions. Now we're on to the Ironbreaker, who's at 14. He needs to aid, but there's not a whole lot of point. Actually, let's do this. Before this action, you may engage one enemy engaged with the target hero, who's going to be the Bright Wizard. The target hero may ready 1 action. It's not valid. Oh, here. Let's roll our die. 1 more. That's what I was hoping for. Excited for that again. It's, can't expect it to go as well as the first time, but ready all your actions. Okay. Oh, -1 success. Never mind. That's okay. Now we're back to the Warrior Priest, who is empowered. I think what I'm gonna do is do aid. To the Ironbreaker. Wow. 7. No, 5. 6. With the empowerment. 6 successes, so we'll just fill up all of his cards with as much as we can. Yeah, this guy likes to get supercharged. He's supercharged. Alright, the target... You and the target each heal 2 wounds. So let's see. He's at 17. He's at 16. Yeah, we don't exhaust. And that's the end of the hero phase. Alright, enemy phase. Starting with the Warrior Priest. Activating the Night Goblin Archer. Retreat, inflict. Damn. Just lost those 2 wounds. But better than being -4. Exhaust, ready. Location step. At the end of the location phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy die. And didn't roll a success. And then we're on the Peril Tracker, blue again. Distribute 3 wounds among the party. 1, 2, 3. And collectively exhaust 2 actions. Okay, she's gonna go twice next turn. I think I'm gonna do her. Both of them. Okay. Then we're on to the next hero phase. Not too bad. Starting with the Bright Wizard. Well, I don't necessarily want to waste the Firestorm, the Flamestorm. I'm not going to use the bonus ones, but I'm going to do Flamestorm. Ranged attack, 3 dice. Going for the Night Goblin. That'll do it. He burns. That's the end of her activation. Ironbreaker. Still sick over here, but I'm going to explore with him. So +2. 3 dice, and -1 from being sick. Damn. So only 2. That was a weak roll. But draw 1 dungeon card. Okay, good. Warpstone. You become sickened. He already is. Good deal. Exhaust 1 action. Rest. Discard this. Draw another treasure. And lower the tracker by 2. Peril tracker. We could pull the Night Cloak. I think I like the Night Cloak more than the Magic Scroll. I'm gonna take it. I hope it's a wise decision. You cannot receive conditions. Bye-bye, sickened. That's the end of his activation. Okay. The Warrior Priest is going to explore. Just need 2. Perfect. Puts us at 7. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Grove of Thorns. A surge of Gyram, the wind of life, infuses this area and fills it with an explosion of growth. The magic knits your wounds, but the tearing thorns prick your flesh. Recover 3 wounds and become bleeding. Sorry, so we're going to add 3 wounds. And bleeding. Choose 1 hero. That hero claims 1 success. Let's pump up the flame storm, baby. And then we're going to suffer 1 bleeding damage. Bright Wizard is going to explore. There's no point. Just to reset all of our actions. 1 dungeon card. Locked gold chest item. You may discard this card after your activation and exhaust 1 gear and exhaust 1 action card to claim 2 gear cards. I don't think we're going to find anything better than what I have. So I'll just leave it out here. That's the end of her activation. No enemy phase. Location step. We're going to travel. That should bring us to the final location. Hopefully I remember to do all the things this time. Okay. Poisonarium. Lair. Man things go away. The high-pitched squeal of a hideous rat creature issues forth from the shadows of this room. Or I kill. When the party travels to this location, spawn Uncle and shuffle him face down with the other enemies in the shadows. Okay. Also, if the party travels, the Warpstone has been discarded, shuffle it into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. So let's do that this time. So Uncle's come into play. What's the win condition? If there are no enemies remaining and the Poisonarium is fully explored, resolve, reward. So we need to explore 8 and kill this guy with the resilience of 2 for wounds. And his unstable energy goes crazy. Spawning enemies. 2 engaged. Starting with the Bright Wizard. Gutter Runner, Skaven Elite. 2 resilience, 3 wounds. Oh god. Why couldn't he have come up sooner? Giant Bat. And then 3 face down. And Uncle goes in the pile. Let's memorize what is. The Nemesis effect is either discard 1 success token or become sick. I'm sure that'll come up. Okay, this is it. Don't get scared now. And then the nemesis, the peril tracker goes up. Distribute 3 wounds among the party. Ouch. 1, 2, 3. And then exhaust 2 actions. So we need to fight, and explore. This one, and this one. And then this is going to move here. That gutter runner is going to be nasty. We have the hand axe that can do 1 cut through damage. Got a guy bleeding over here. Iron Breaker. You get to open up the possibilities, man. We could aid. Why would I aid when I could attack? You may engage up to 2 enemies. I'm going to pull that gunner runner over here and hope for the best. Putting these 2 successes towards the result. 2 attack dice. I can attack 2 targets. You know who they are. Double nemesis effect. So what was it? Discard a success token or become sickened. I'm not going to discard a success token, and I can't become sickened. So there. 5 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goodbye. Then we're going to use our hand axe. After your activation, you may discard 1 success token and exhaust 1 action. Oh, I can't do it. I don't have any actions left. That's okay. That guy, I didn't want to play with that guy. I want to send him home to mommy. Mommy. Alright. And yeah, no one attacked us. We're done. Okay, bleeding. He needs aid to heal from bleeding. When the party travels to this location, spawn uncle and shuffle him face down. Okay, I already did that. So there is no location effect. So at least it's kind of straightforward that way. During your action, you may apply -1 success to apply 2 shields. I do like that. I think we gotta chop guys, is what we gotta do. You may engage 1 enemy. Alright, let's see who it is. Odious Grump! Oh my gosh, I love it! I totally forgot about him. That's so cool. I'm gonna shank you with me shank again! 1 resilience, 6 hit points. That is awesome. Alright, let's cut in. Only 2 dice. Before this action, you may exhaust another action to target 1 additional enemy. I can't. And apply 1 success. I will do that because I want to take this guy down big time. So I'm going to apply 1 more success and roll 1 enemy die. 1 shield. Now I can get rid of 1 of my successes for 2 shields. I don't want to. So I'm going to take 1 wound. From Odious. And I've got 4 successes to apply. Wish it was more, but it's not. So he's got a resilience of 1, so he'll take 3 wounds. That's a start. That is 1 strong gobbo. Then, after your activation, suffer 1 wound. Bleeding damage. He needs aid. Alright, Bright Wizard. Heal 1 wound from the Oaken Circlet. It's time to do that voodoo that you do. You may engage 1 enemy. Range attack. Target 2 enemies. Suffer up to 2 wounds to target 1 additional enemy per wound. So he needs 4 more wounds here. And I got 3 guaranteed. 1, 2, 3. And I'm rolling 3 dice just in case. She's going to target 3 enemies. I'm going to do this guy. Oh, let me choose before I flip. And this guy. Rat swarms, elite, 4 wounds. Not much of a threat, but they can soak up some damage. Okay, she's not engaged with anyone. Here she goes. 3 attack dice. Oh yeah. 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. That's how we'll do it. So we'll put 2 wounds on this guy. We'll burn these guys down. Odious Crop. You shanked me with my shank. That was so cool. Whoosh. Okay, that's the Bright Wizard. At 11 wounds now. Ironbreaker. All he can do is aid. That's no good. Alright, so he's going to do Shield Wall, aid. He's going to put these into his pool. And I'm going to do aid for, I think, the Bright Wizard with that badass attack. Actually, I'm going to aid the Warrior Priest so that he loses his bleeding status. Check this out. Alright, 1 success, 3 successes. I'm gonna have him ready his aid with mine. Ready all your actions. Alright, things are gonna get interesting now. Enemy phase, starting with the Ironbreaker. He's going to activate, he's got 14, 11, 11, so I'm going to activate just in case it's Uncle. And it is. Unstable energy, roll 2 enemy dice. For each success, suffer 2 wounds. 4 wounds. Ouch. That puts him at 10. And then he retreats. What an asshole. Excuse me. Alright, Warrior Priest. He's going to activate this other mystery person. Oh, Giselle team, elite. 2 resilience, 3 wounds. Great. Inflicting 3 wounds. Uh-oh. Puts him down to 8. Warrior Priest needs food badly. When revealed, places enemy in the shadow. This enemy cannot be engaged. Unstable. This enemy suffers 1 wound. So they automatically suffer 1 wound already. That's good. Bright Wizard, sorry. Then they exhaust. Bright Wizard, activate the rat swarms. Advance and inflict. That's 1 wound. She's at 10. 10. Then everyone readies. Okay. Location step. Nothing. Now I did shuffle in the thing, right? Yes. Okay, good. Peril tracker. Distribute 3 wounds among the party and exhaust 2 actions. Jeez. 8, 10, 10. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 8, 8, and 10. Wait, no, she's at 9 now. That's the end of the peril phase. And we're back to the Warrior Priest hero phase. Okay, figure it out, guys. Well, I think it's time to aid big time. Aid. 2 thingies. 3 dice. Bright Wizard, if you couldn't have guessed. We need your flame. Very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 success tokens. And ready 1 action. Guess which one it's going to be. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Aid target hero readies 1 action. You and the target hero each recover 2 wounds. Back to 10. And then she's going to be at 11. Great. That was cool. Bright Wizard is it. First, she's going to heal a wound with the oaken circlet. 12. Almost full health. Okay, Firestorm, you may engage an enemy. Ranged attack, 3 dice. She can target 2. I'm going to target these 2. Adding 3 successes. Here we go. Not bad. The rats don't attack. Got a crit. Gives me a reroll. Another crit. Oh, Bright Wizard. Another crit. Oh, she's on fire. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodbye, Uncle. 7, 8. Ooh, he's got 2 resilience. Should have targeted. Should have went all out. So he absorbs both of the remaining fire damage with his stupid triangle shield. I'm a Skaven. Alright, that was awesome, man. I mean, I can't really ask for more than that. This enemy cannot be engaged. Okay. Next up. Oh, we have to explore this whole place as well. So, Dwarf, use that wand thing of yours you're always talking about to the neighbors. Wait, or do we want to rest? What happens the next time the peril tracker goes up? Distribute 4 wounds among the party, then the party collectively exhausts 2 actions. During the round, heroes cannot recover wounds at all. I'm going to have an explorer, just in case he can find the warp stone, which will reduce the peril. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3. Progress. That's the word I kept struggling. We need 8 progress to get through there. Okay, explore. Nope. Lurking floor. Lurking foe event. Movement flickers within the shadows. It appears something is stalking you. Oh man, spawn 1 enemy face down in the shadows. It's the last one in the deck. And draw a dungeon or a treasure card if we want. Sure, why not? I doubt it's going to be. Oh, handgun. Weapon, missile. After your activation, you may discard 1 success and exhaust 1 action. Card to choose 1 enemy engaged with you. Wait, and choose 1 enemy engaged with another hero. That enemy suffers 1 wound. That is so cool. But I like the hand axe more. I'm going to put it in the discard pile and hope that I want it for the warrior priest. Okay, warrior priest, you're up. All you can do is rest. 1 success. So it's going to heal 1 wound. That puts him at 11. I didn't want to speak too soon, but I think the first mission is especially hard because it's confusing. And I think that's why so many people agree that this game is really hard. Because I definitely, it didn't click all the way into place until this last time I played that last, the first quest. How that final, location plays out. It's super nasty. And, focusing on killing the enemy is a mistake. Okay, so let's see. Choose one hero, that hero becomes empowered. I will choose a hero that becomes empowered. I'm gonna choose the Bright Wizard. You'll see why in a moment. I hope that's the right thing to do. I hope it plays out how I think. I'm getting a little excited. Okay, so that's the end of the hero phase, starting with the Warrior Priest. 11, 12, 8. He's going to take the damage of the Giselle team. 3 wounds. Damn. They're going to take another wound. Unstable and exhaust. Bastards. So he's back at 8. Bright Wizard is going to activate. She has to start with any enemies you're engaged with. So advance and inflict. So she's going to take 1 wound. Not too bad. Ironbreaker is going to activate. Another Giselle team. Inflict 2 wounds, down to 6. Man, it really comes down to the last round in this game. I mean, I'd say this is pretty challenging. And then unstable, they're going to take a wound. They have 3 wounds too. Jerks. Oh, this also exhausted. So that's it. That's all the enemies. Then they all ready for the next round. Damn. Oh man, we didn't find. I forgot to focus on exploring. Maybe I couldn't. I don't think I could have. Okay, this is gonna be nasty. But it's great action. This is action-packed, man. My hair's on fire. Okay, so we're on the location phase. Nothing happens. Peril phase goes up to the last and final space. The smoke fills your lungs as you gasp and wheeze for air. Your vision is blurry, eyes watering, and skin on your face blistering. You feel so weak you can barely stand. Distribute 4 wounds among the party. Then the party collectively exhausts 2 actions. During this round, the heroes cannot recover wounds. Oh boy. 4 wounds. 1, 2, 3. Wow, she's actually got the most wounds right now. 4. Cannot recover wounds. I'm going to have to try and remember that. Until we find that piece of warp stone and destroy it. Then we have to do 2 actions as well. They cannot be engaged. We need to use projectile weaponry in order to hit them. Can't recover wounds anyway, so let's do rest and aid. Yes? No. Attack, I guess. I hope I know what I'm doing here. It's kind of a toss-up. I still have this guy's attack, so... Okay, that's 2. Can't heal wounds, and then we go to the next hero phase. She's empowered. That's just going to give 1 bonus. That's why I wanted to do it, because 1, 2, 3, 4 successes on her explorer. Come on, we just need 1. There, we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings us up to 8. So we've fully explored. All we have to do now is clear the floor of enemies. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Warpstone, yes! You become sickened. and may exhaust one action. If you do not shuffle this card into the top 3 decks, she can't. Wait, you may discard this before your hero's activation or after. No. I don't know how I want to play that. I could cheat a little and say I drank the Dwarven Ale beforehand. Or do I want to play ultra hard mode, you know? Ultra hard mode. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 1 success for each suffered. No thank you. Sicken. -1 to your successes. Ready all your actions. Okay, next. Ironbreaker. He's going to do aid for the warrior priest. 1. Putting it on. Wait, we already explored all the way. Okay, putting it on his attack. Ready all your actions. I don't know if I'm thinking straight now, but this is what I did. Yeah, I don't know if I'm thinking straight, but that's what happened. Okay. Alright, so the warrior priest is going to attack. Right. Oh, it's either we were trying to explore just to find that warp stone or attack. It's hard to know. But I'm going to attack. You may engage 1 enemy. I'm going to pull these rats, because you can't engage these guys. This goes in. 2 dice. I don't want to exhaust any actions. Alright, that'll do it. Take 1 wound. Wait. I may lose 1 success to add 2 shields. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I got plenty. So we'll block the incoming damage, and we'll still have enough to take out the rat swarm. Elite. He's done. Okay, final activation for Bright Wizard. First, she's going to heal 1 wound. No, she's not. She was supposed to do that already. I don't remember if I did. So I'm not doing it now. -1 to my successes. I'm going to do her Flame Storm at both of these guys. Maybe I can take out just enough. 3 crits. Bright Wizard, marry me. 5 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1 success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she actually has 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really matter. Oh, this guy does less damage. We'll take this guy out. Thank you. Burned. That was rad, though. That was satisfying. Alright, that's the end of the hero phase. Oh, but now we have 2 more turns with this guy. Hold on, back up. No. Let's watch this. Alright. I'm gonna kill this guy, because this guy only has 1 more chance to fire. Enemy phase. Starting with a Bright Wizard. This Giselle team shoots 3 damage, bringing her down to 5. Then, unstable, it takes 1 wound, and it dies. Guess what? The board's cleared. Location phase. Victory condition. If there are no enemies remaining and the Poisonarium is fully explored, resolve the reward on the back of the sheet. We did it. Let's check it out. Let's roll in the cash. The horrid Ratman leader shrieks and flails as he dies, choking on his own poisonous bile. Scray! Cursed green things! This is all their fault! The Ratman staggers to his feet for one final curse. Snack Craggle, I kill you! With his death, the air begins to clear. But who or what is Snack Craggle? Sounds delicious. Add one legendary fortune gear to the card. Or add one legendary fortune gear card to the campaign pool. These items we lose. Legendary fortune. Legendary gear 10. He returns that card to the campaign pool. Okay, cool. So we'll have 2 of them in the campaign pool for next game. I'm still surprised that so many games buff you when you win and make it harder when you lose. Even though it sounds like that's how that should be. Maybe that's just because that's what we're used to, but my thinking is when you lose, give them a buff so that they can stay in the game. Because they need more training. They need help, right? If they win, make it harder. If I ever design a game, I'm going to try and work that mechanic in a clever way. Okay, so I want to do the settlements stage, because that always makes me kind of happy. Let's see. Settlement stage. Okay, so we're going to do the same as we always do. We're going to increase the gear capacity to 3 across the board for everyone, and we're going to swap out one of their actions with their, what's it called? Advanced actions. So this is the warrior priest. Oh, that's a sick drawing right there. That guy's, I don't know, man. But, that looks badass. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. The burning head. This is the wrong... Why is this here? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's look at our options. So we already swapped this one out. So, boost to the attack, rest, or explore. Get everyone, distribute 2 success tokens to the party. I think I'm going to buff his attack. You may exhaust another action to target 1 additional enemy and add 1 plus success and 1 shield. And 3 die. It's a tough call with the Explorer. Explorer is so valuable. Let's start at this end. You may engage up to 3 enemies. You may target up to 3 enemies. You may exhaust, rest 3, and apply 3 shields. Aid. Oh, these are swapped. Aid. You may, for a second, you may engage 1 enemy, engage with the target hero, then if that enemy is not a nemesis, exhaust it. That is really cool. If I do that, though, I think I'm going to buff. Somebody's got to get buffed on their attack. Yeah, I think I'm taken with that one. And then we'll buff the warrior priest attack. I hope that's the right decision. Well, there is no right decision, but whatever. Okay, what else? God, there's some sick-ass art on here for the Bright Wizard. I'm so glad I took her. I was saying how difficult I found her to play, but, I don't know, I guess I got used to it. Aid 3. The target hero may ready 1 action and stuff for 1 wound to claim 2 successes and ready 1 additional action. Burning ambition, you may exhaust 1 non-nemesis. Rest 3. If your remaining health was 4 or less, add 3 successes. That could be pretty cool in a pinch. I like that. And plus it has the sweetest art. So let's read our new flavor text, shall we? It's always fun. The warrior priest attacks soul fire Sigmar's radiant light brings comfort to the just and destruction to the wicked. Burning ambition. Some things are worth the risk of attempting. Nice. And finally we have Gromril Bulwark. Gromril armor, surprisingly tough and lightweight. Sounds a little bit like Mithril. Okay, that's it. Whoever you are, if you made it this far, wow. I did my job, I guess. The job that I decided to take on for myself. I'm really hoping that these playthroughs can bring a calming feeling to someone out there at some point when they need it most. And if you just had fun, that's fine too. I'm Good Jesse, and thanks so much for joining me, and maybe I can squeeze a little more time and do a few more of these. And if you enjoyed this, if you made it this far and you enjoyed this, please let me know. Life is a bit topsy-turvy right now, and support from the community really helps to bring me back to some normalcy. So anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching.